Welcome back. The next story is about the return of summer school classes in Moses Lake. The school board recently announced plans for the program and where the money is coming from to fund it. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
The Moses Lake School Board unveiled plans to bring back summer school for the first time in 6 years during their last meeting. Budget cutbacks had forced the district to abandon the summer school program in 2009. High school students will have the first option to enroll as classes run from June 15th to July 31st. Moses Lake High School will have classes 4 days a week, while the Columbia Basin Technical School will have a full week of classes open to any students in need of making up credits or looking to get an early start on the upcoming school year. Middle school students in need of preparing for algebra will be able to attend classes at the high school or at Endeavor Middle School. The district is using the two locations to let students be potentially closer to home during the summer. Elementary summer school will run 3 days a week from July 7th to August 13th at Larson Heights and Peninsula Elementary. Classes will be available for students in K through 5 on an academic needs basis, and the district is providing both transportation and meal assistance options. Executive Director of Learning and Teaching Linda McKay explained to the board how the district is financing the program.
All of our monies for summer school are grant monies that we received. So we're not using levy dollars, BEA dollars, none of that. All of them are grant monies. And specifically for elementary, we were required to set aside 20% of Title I allocations. And we could not touch that money until students didn't access outside tutoring services for which we have no, in a sense, control over. So in January, they finally released those funds, and we said, knowing part of the LAP legislation that we needed to jumpstart some of our kids, let's use those released dollars to offer a summer school opportunity. So they're not coming from special ed type funds, they're not coming from BEA, they're not coming from levy, they're coming from dollars that we could not access from August to January.
The district estimates about 350 students will take advantage of summer school this year. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.
Rounding out this week's news coverage is a story about a new council member in Soap Lake. The city council appointed the new member this week to replace John Hillman, who resigned due to health issues. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Hi, Steve Wellen.
Steve Wellen took a seat on the Soap Lake City Council after the council appointed him Wednesday night. Wellen, who has been a Soap Lake resident for about 20 years, took the seat held by Councilman John Hillman, who resigned in February because of health issues. Hillman was in his third term on the council. Soap Lake council members heard Wellen and another candidate, Judith Tremaine, before voting 3-2 to appoint Wellen. Council members Kat Sanderson, John Glasgow, and Joanne Rushton voted for Wellen. Those preferring to appoint Tremaine over Wellen were council members Robert Brown and Keith Hagland. Mayor Pro Tem Candace Lair was absent. Tremaine said she was a retired tax consultant and IRS officer who, as an artist, supports development of the Soap Lake arts community. Wellen told the council about his experience in the private sector.
I moved over here as a part-timer. I had a company called Royal Pacific Seafoods for years and years, wholesale and distributor. I sold that, came over here permanently 10 years ago. Thought I'd be happy retired. Lasted about a week. Went up to Walmart to get an hourly job, ended up as a manager. 10 years there. The company I owned was running about 12 million a year, 13 million a year. I did my own budgets, familiar with transportation, familiar with running big crews. I've got a BA from Central, almost a master's. Honorable discharge, 4 boys. I raised over here.
Wellen is a McKay Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center hospital board member in Soap Lake, along with his wife, Jeannie Dillenberg. Wellen said he will continue with the McKay board for the remainder of his term and decide if he can do both jobs. Wellen said his focus will be to bring more revenue to the city of Soap Lake.
I'd like to see more businesses come in here. If it's an arts community, that's fine. But we need to defray some of the taxes that we're paying. We need to have more of a base, I believe.
Wellen agreed with Tremaine that Soap Lake was meant to be an arts community, and he said he was pleased the council improved downtown with a streetscape project. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
That wraps up our weekend edition. iFIBER 1 News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.